There are things that fly in the dead of night. Shapes that honestly just defy easy description. They are not extraterrestrial. They are not from another world, they are ours. For decades, the United States military has operated aircraft so advanced, so secret, that their very existence was officially denied. These are the phantoms of the black budget. They are born in secrecy, tested in the desolate, empty landscapes of the American West. Deployed to the world's most dangerous hotspots, their missions are cloaked in layers of classification. Their pilots and engineers are sworn to a silence deeper than any ocean. These are the stories of the ghosts in the sky. Machines that changed the course of history, without most of the world ever knowing they were there. Their development pushed the boundaries of what was thought possible in science and engineering. They flew higher, faster, more invisibly than anything that came before. Men dedicated their lives to these programs, living under a constant veil of secrecy. They could not tell their families what they did. They could not share the triumphs of a successful test flight, or the terror of a near disaster. These projects existed in a world apart, a shadowy realm where the future of warfare was being forged. The legends of these aircraft often leaked out, whispered as rumors of UFOs. The term black budget sounds like something from a spy novel. The reality is both more mundane and more fascinating. It refers to the classified portion of the United States defense budget. This is money that is allocated by Congress for secret military research and development programs. The funding is real. The programs are real. But their details are hidden from public view, and in many cases from most members of Congress itself. The total amount is a secret, buried within the massive lines of the Department of Defense's overall budget. It is a vast hidden river of cash, flowing toward projects deemed too sensitive for public disclosure. The projects it funds are known as Special Access Programs, or SAPs. To understand the black budget is to understand the Cold War mindset. During the tense standoff with the Soviet Union, technological superiority was not just an advantage, it was a matter of national survival. The United States needed to develop new weapons and surveillance technologies without tipping its hand to its adversaries. If the Soviets knew what was being developed, they could develop countermeasures. Secrecy was the ultimate shield. The black budget allowed for the creation of this shield. It provided the financial means to operate facilities like Area 51 and to fund the research and development of revolutionary aircraft far from prying eyes. The scale of the black budget is staggering. In the early 1950s, the Cold War was freezing over. The Soviet Union was a closed society, hidden behind the Iron Curtain. President Eisenhower needed to know what was happening inside. Were they building bombers? Were they preparing for war? Conventional spy planes couldn't fly high enough. Satellites were still science fiction. The CIA, with Lockheed and Kelly Johnson's team, came up with a radical solution. Project Aquatone. The U-2, a jet-powered glider built to reach unheard-of altitudes. Minimalist design to save weight, stripped to bare essentials to reach 70,000 plus feet, fragile airframe, long glider-like wings, notoriously difficult to fly. Landings were a controlled fall. Pilots wore pressurized suits like early astronauts. From that height, powerful cameras photographed huge swaths of Soviet land, military bases, missile sites, nuclear facilities. The U-2 was a top secret of the Eisenhower era. Test flights at Groom Lake, Area 51. The cover story: high-altitude weather research for NASA. Secrecy lasted until May 1, 1960. Francis Gary Powers' U-2 was shot down by an SA-2 missile. Powers was captured. The incident embarrassed the US and exposed the program. After the U-2 was shot down, it was clear that flying high was no longer enough. The next generation of spy plane also had to be fast. Impossibly fast. The CIA once again turned to Lockheed's Skunk Works and Kelly Johnson. The new project was codenamed Oxcart. The goal was to build a plane that could fly faster than any missile fired at it. It needed to operate at the very edge of the atmosphere at speeds exceeding Mach 3, more than 3 times the speed of sound. The challenges were immense. At such speeds, the friction with the air would heat the plane's skin to temperatures that would melt conventional metals. The project pushed the known limits of metallurgy engine design aerodynamics. The result was the A-12, the single-seat CIA precursor to the more famous SR-71. To build it, the Skunk Works had to invent entirely new tools and manufacturing techniques. The plane was constructed primarily from titanium, a metal that was incredibly difficult to work with. Much of the world's supply at the time was controlled by the Soviet Union. In a classic piece of Cold War irony, the CIA had to set up dummy corporations to covertly purchase the titanium from the very country the plane was designed to spy on. The plane's surfaces were coated in a special black paint that helped radiate heat, also reduced its radar signature. By the 1970s, Soviet air defenses had become incredibly sophisticated. High-altitude, high-speed, so a new idea was needed. An idea that honestly sounded like science fiction: make an airplane invisible to radar. This was the goal of a highly classified competition sponsored by the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, or DARPA. The challenge? Build a plane with a radar cross-section or electronic signature that was thousands of times smaller than a conventional aircraft. Lockheed's Skunk Works once again took up the challenge with a secret project codenamed Have Blue. The engineers knew that a curved, elegant shape like the SR-71 was actually bad for deflecting radar waves. The solution was, well, pretty counterintuitive. Instead of smooth curves, the Skunk Works team, using groundbreaking computer modeling theories developed by a Soviet physicist, designed an aircraft made of flat panels. The shape was faceted, kind of like a diamond. This bizarre, angular design was intended to deflect incoming radar energy away from the receiver, rather than bouncing it back. The two Have Blue prototypes were small, unstable, and incredibly difficult to fly. Both prototypes crashed during testing at Area 51. But they had proven a revolutionary concept: stealth was possible. Section 6. Project Senior CJ, the B-2 Spirit. The success of the F-117 proved the value of stealth. The next logical step: a much larger aircraft, a strategic bomber, one that could carry a massive payload, including nuclear weapons, to any point on the globe without being detected. This was the genesis of the Advanced Technology Bomber program, run by Northrop, codenamed Senior CJ, one of the most secret and expensive programs. The goal? Combine the stealth of the F-117 with long range and the heavy payload of a B-52. The B-2's design is iconic: a pure flying wing, a shape that has fascinated designers for decades, inherently stealthy. No vertical tails, fewer reflective angles, but inherently unstable, impossible to fly manually, relies on a quadruple redundant fly-by-wire system that makes thousands of tiny adjustments every second, skin of advanced composites that absorb radar. Section 7. The Unseen Advantage. Why secrecy is paramount. Why go to such extraordinary lengths to hide these projects? The reasons are rooted in the brutal logic of military competition and national security. The single most important reason is to maintain a technological advantage over potential adversaries. If an enemy does not know a capability exists, they cannot develop a defense against it. The F-117 Nighthawk was effective in the Gulf War because the Iraqi air defense network was designed to detect conventional aircraft, not faceted, radar-invisible shapes. That element of surprise, bought with years of secrecy and billions of black budget dollars, was decisive. It saved lives and shortened the conflict. Secrecy also protects the methods and sources of intelligence. The U-2, the SR-71. The data they collected, the photographs they took, and the signals they intercepted, revealing the existence and full capabilities of the aircraft, could compromise how that intelligence was gathered. It could alert an adversary to a vulnerability they did not know they had, prompting them to change their codes, move their assets, or camouflage their facilities. Section 8. Reshaping the battlefield and the skies. The impact of these secret aircraft extends far beyond their missions. They reshaped modern warfare. They sped up aviation technology. U-2 SR-71. They created strategic aerial reconnaissance, giving leaders a godlike view of enemy territory. That became Cold War statecraft. During the Cuban Missile Crisis, U-2 photos provided undeniable proof. That let President Kennedy confront the Soviets and help pull the world back from the nuclear brink. These planes became tools of crisis management. Stealth arrives, F-117, B-2, a revolution on par with the jet engine or the atomic bomb. It made trillions in air defenses obsolete overnight. Doctrine changed. Be invisible, not force your way through. Strategy shifted from massed formations to small surgical strikes by undetectable platforms. Day 1 was rewritten. Section 9. What flies in the dark today? The U-2, SR-71, F-117 B-2 are the black projects we know about. Secrets of yesterday, their stories slowly declassified. But the machine of secret development never stops. The black budget is as large as it has ever been. Desert facilities remain active and heavily guarded. The same forces that drove those planes The need for technological superiority, the element of surprise, the protection of national secrets, are still at play today. We've been told the history, we have not been told the present. Speculation is rampant. Observers point to a new generation of secret aircraft. Reports of a hypersonic reconnaissance drone, SR-72 Aurora. Whispers of a new long-range stealth bomber, the B-21 Raider, deep in classified testing. Next-gen strategic stealth, built on B-2 lessons with more modern, sustainable tech.